Hello, and welcome to my channel. I am Virtuosa the Goddess, and I am so grateful that you came to watch this twin flame, twin soul flame, soul mate reading. Um, I just firstly want to welcome all new watchers, and I also want to say thank you so very much for my returning subscribers. I really appreciate you coming into my portal of love to see what type of energies the soldiers of love have flowing amongst them, around and about us. First, I want to call on divine energy, divine mother, father, goddess energy, creator, my creator of my soul. Then I would like to acknowledge my ancestors, the ancestors that serve my highest good, ascended masters of the 12 Elohim, of the 12 eyes of the Creator, or archangels, whichever you'd like to call them, the animal and mineral, spirit kingdom, plant kingdom, all of the elementals. And all of the elementals are here present on my table. I have the water, the fire, the earth, the air. Everything is present for this reading. Divine, please use me as a empty vessel so that I could be of some comfort and some guidance to the twin souls that are watching this video. Okay, so I'm going to do this video very quickly, fairly quickly, because my YouTube has been taking over 14 hours to upload a 30-minute video. So I'm going to try to keep this one short to see how the upload time is and how it varies. And we'll go from there. Okay, just to give an overall objective point of view as far as my intuitive abilities to kind of grasp what's happening before I even read the cards, is this cycle that we're in just reminds me of being sort of kind of in a blender. Like, remember I described it as a roller coaster ride. Well, now this energy is kind of like a blender. Sort of like things are all in there, but they're kind of all jumbled up. So the energy can be thick at times and heavy, because this is spiritual warfare that is happening. It is not in the physical for many of us. It is in the spiritual realms. And so I noticed that when I do yoga and meditation and things like that, that helps, because it's all of the battle is the bulk of the battle is happening in the spiritual realm, from which, mine eyes cannot see, but my spirit and soul can feel its presence. It's the battle of the mind, of the lower and the higher mind, the lower self and the higher self, which is, our own demons and our own connection to the Creator. So that's just a little bit of my interpretation of the energy is happening. But as far as your divine counterparts, you should probably be in some form of contact at this point. If not, it's just a matter of time It's a matter of you bringing your mind to understand what you really want at this point. Because the energies are out here for, I don't know what union looks like for you guys, but union would look different for every single individual on their journey. But as far as communication, there's always telepathic communication because we are never separated from your twin. But you should also understand that tele, the telepathic communication is the most important between you and your twin soul, because that is you. And what you tell you is the most important thing, and it determines what you actually see in your with your third dimensional eyes. Okay, so anyways, let's get it going. Let's get it popping. Divine Feminine, High Priestess, using your intuition, going within, um, peeking into the unknown, not really knowing fully what is to come, but you're prepared because you're connected to that divine energy, to the divine. Divine Masculine is the Hierophant, which is the consort or the twin soul of the High Priestess. He's also going within. He's also relying on methods and his spiritual practices, the things that has worked for him and his in this life cycle. And between the counterparts, we have the will. The will is a turning. The wheel represents fate, destiny, opportunity. We don't say luck in the spiritual community because there's no such thing. So, events that are happening, being placed together that may appear bad or appear what you think is happening to you is happening for you so that it can prepare you for this union with your counterpart. Um, Twin souls or twin, what people call twin flames, that's just earthly realm talk. But the twin souls on the front lines are basically how I like to describe twin flames. So, of course, their wheel is always turning. There's always, for now we live in a world of duality where there's light and dark, and that's what the twin souls came to do, is to face the darkness and to transmute it. So if you're not experiencing any darkness in your life, then you may not be a frontliner. But then again, the spirit, divine creator of the souls will reveal to you your position in this battle. So don't worry about that, but usually that is a sign. If your life has not been full of tests, trials, tribulations, I mean the worst of the worst, so that you can pull others from the worst of the worst, then, you may not be a frontliner. However, let's move right along. So, along with the High Priestess, let's see what the Divine Feminine is up to. I'm going to use my Psychic Tarot deck by John Holland, only because some of my decks I haven't been able to really pull out and get started with them yet. I'm just trying to concentrate on getting settled into this new cycle. So Divine Feminine, we have the Lover's card. Divine Feminine, you may be focused on what you can see in the third dimension right now. The Lovers represents choice, and then this deck is harmony. It is it's harmony. So Divine Feminine, you may be harmonizing your masculine and your feminine energy within in order to tap into your connection. If you're not in any physical contact with your masculine, you may be harmonizing that and choosing love, choosing unconditional love within, and that should be manifesting this week on the outside for you. You can be now beginning a relationship or beginning a new phase of your relationship. But the lovers represent a very beautiful, soul-honoring connection. Um, a trial period. Uh, but the relationship is definitely truly blessed. Your connection with your divine masculine is protected divinely by the ancestors and guides and all of our ascended masters and everybody that's participating in this beautiful time here on earth. And so divine masculine, with that Hierophant energy, here's the Ace of, well, see the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. But let's go ahead and shuffle. So the Ace of Cups, the divine, is handing the divine masculine, his divine feminine's love on a platter. And he may be coming out of being afraid of this relationship and trying to develop himself spiritually to be prepared for this union. Yeah, let's see. Divine masculine and the Hierophant energy. Yeah, he's spending some time in solitude. He has the Hermit card. So he's spending a lot of his time going within. That's another major arcana card. For him to be able to focus on first self-love and then the love of his feminine. He's seeking his spiritual wisdom and leaning on his traditions. And he's also seeking that higher counsel of the divine, which is a good thing for divine masculine and divine feminine to do at this time. Let's see what energy brings in. What energy does this wheel, this new cycle that we've been on a few weeks, that we're completing at this time? What energy? The energy of hope. The energy of hope, which I do believe is a star card in this deck. Let me be sure. So that's the energy of healing. Yeah, the divine is bringing in healing in this connection. To be able to bring two individuals who in past lives and past times were not able to get things together, to bring together that firm foundation. For one reason or another, humans are emotional creatures, and we're not able to come together. Even in this lifetime, we struggle, so the divine is taking over so that we may show the entire planet what unconditional love actually looks like. And that is the goal. So, then we have the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. That stable, firm foundation brings together that connection, that foundation, that stable home for that connection to thrive. So let's see what else we have. Let's clarify more about the wheel. So that healing is coming in with the close of the cycle for this foundation to be set. Yeah, we got the magician energy. So we're able to manifest during this cycle. Manifestation begins. We have also the Two of Cups. So there is love between the union. So if you're not in contact with your divine counterpart, then you need to just tap into that unconditional love within your heart to bring it together in the 3D, in the third dimension. We'll pull one more card, see what else we have. I'm just going to read over the material harvest. So divine feminine, you should be experiencing some material harvest in this new cycle. Divine masculine heart chakra is getting some activations. He is working towards that. And divine feminine is working on that foundation. And reaping the material harvest. So, let's see. Is there any healing that needs to happen in this connection? Let's see, what is the divine counterpart's healing? Divine, let us know what we need to heal. Victim consciousness, again, like we were saying with that wheel. With the wheel, the things that seem bad are not happening to us, it's happening for us. So keep that in mind during this week. Divine feminine and divine masculine. This week, on February 9th. Oh, and this is also a full moon. This is a full moon starting this 9th. So the energy of healing and things are happening for us and not to us for this week of February 9th. And start a creative project now. It's time to start a creative project. If you've been wanting to write a book, draw a cartoon, I don't know, start some type of creative business. Now is the time to start it with this new moon energy. Start it today, if you're not, just the outline. And then let's check it out, because the energy of creativity is here. Because we have help from above. We have help from above. There is help. So don't forget your spiritual practices to start your day. This is spiritual warfare. And as I stated, if you are a twin soul, you are on the front lines. And you must start your day off with protection of your own energy. Your energy is precious. And you signed up for this, or we signed up for this before we even incarnated here. So we must keep that in mind. And let me pull a Moonology card for my lovely twin souls. And I also want to remind you all that I always have my Holy Trinity, Asar, Set, and Haru, the first very twin souls on planet Earth. And if you look up their story, you will see it was not just a love story where somebody sat on a hill with a white picket fence and a house. Oh no, it was full of trials, tribulations. You know, it was not an easy road, but they knew that everything that they did was for humanity. Every suffrage and suffering and dire circumstance that the twin souls go through is for planet Earth and not for just thyself. It is for your soul's growth, but so that you can light the path for others behind you. And so twin souls understand that. So let's pull a Moonology card, and I just don't understand why my cards are all everywhere. So divine, what energy is this new moon bringing in? Oh, something popped out. The answers you need are coming. We have a full moon here in Gemini. That's not the type of full moon that we have currently, but the full moon in Gemini, maybe by the next full moon in Gemini, answers are coming. So the answers to your questions, or our questions, are coming. Let's see what else we get. Because nothing yet is set in stone. Things are forever changing. And be bold and make the first move. So that may be the answer that someone is looking for. And also the end of a tough cycle approaches. Yeah, this cycle is not quite as tough as the last one, yet it is pretty tough. But we're ready for it. We have been preparing for this many lifetimes, for this moment right here on Earth. So we are ready. We are capable, willing, and able, and ready. Love packs geared up. Heart chakras geared to open. It's time. It is 2020. So let's see what else this Moonology card has to offer us. What other advice? Balance, spirituality, and practicality. So that's what that star card from that hope is doing, is bringing in. This energy from this full moon is, this is like it's on your side, or the universe is on our side. But what that energy of that star is balancing that third dimension and fifth dimensional walk. It's like living in, seventh heaven, meanwhile walking on planet Earth, helping others. So it's like maintaining that balance between the two, not living too much in either one. So I'm going to get some romance angel cards here going. Further to see what the divine masculine has to tell the divine feminine. What do you have to tell your divine feminine? Divine masculine, what do you want her to know? Divine masculine, what do you want divine feminine to know? Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So the divine masculine wants to retreat with you, whether it be in the third dimension or the fifth dimension. He wants you to spend some of that high priestess time, because that is the time when your masculine and feminine communicate with one another mainly, is during that alone time that you spend talking to the Creator and becoming one with the Creator, because you two are one with the Creator. Because first you have the three, and then there was the one. When you find the three, you find the one, because the one is of the three and three is of the one. So when you, the one, are spending time with the Creator, that is the three. You have found the three. When you found your Creator and that time to spend with your Creator, you are of the three. So again, when you find the three, you find the one. Because one is of the three, and three is of the one. So the divine masculine understands that. Divine feminine, he wants you to retreat and disconnect from the world so that you can spend time with his true very soul essence and the essence of your creator and the essence of yourself, your true soulful nature. And divine feminine, what do you want to tell your divine masculine during this time? Ooh. She wants him to clear his energy. Divine feminine wants divine masculine to release his ex, to clear his energy. It may be some ex or some temptation of an ex around the divine masculine. He needs to clear that energy so that he can keep this connection pure. He knows who his feminine is. He has full understanding of who his feminine is at this time. Nothing else said third party, but there could always be temptation there because this is spiritual warfare. And anything, any attachment to any past thoughts, any past souls will be used as fair in love and war. So yeah, this may be an ex or, some other connection that has been tiring him out. Yeah. Or, what people call a karmic connection, or something that he needed to learn or that person needed to learn. He needs to clear that energy. Maybe it was someone he helped in the past that's been thinking about him. Or he's been thinking about. That needs to be clear. So divine masculine, clear your energy. And what does the divine want to let the divine counterparts know? That this is a past life relationship. You've known each other before. And the divine intends on getting this right because guess what? The earth is at stake. And, okay, so there's healing in this cycle we're in now. Look for that healing. Get rid of that victim consciousness. Know that there's help from above and use that creative energy to document this time. So that is some good advice for the week that I'm going to use myself because we're building that foundation of that material harvest. Divine feminine and divine masculine is working on his love because with this love comes that divine inheritance and everything that divine will use to bless this union so that it'll be a blessed spiritual union. And work your light. Cards, let's see what work your light. What does our Ascended Masters have to say about this connection? So we're going through an initiation this week, an initiation into the higher realms of consciousness, crossing over a threshold. If you can see this card, it's kind of hard to see, but in that background, from all this darkness, there's a portal of light into a higher consciousness that will be obtained after this week's initiation. So I wish you all many blessings. Yeah, longing for home. The original light workers. So yeah, we had light workers. Yep, did light workers. Soldiers of love, power up. We're going through an initiation. Just be prepared. Develop your spiritual practices before you leave your home or before you start your day. There is an initiation taking place during this week of this full moon. to see if you're ready for the next level. And I will be checking in during the next reading to see how we did. Yeah, it says get grounded. Get grounded. It says connect with nature. Yes, that has done wonders for me. Get grounded. Go to a park. Go out near a tree. Hug a tree. Get some healing. That's where a lot of that healing comes in at. I just want to share this before I sign off. I was feeling kind of weird and the heavy, thick energy, the fog, along with the fog and the cold came a lot of dense, heavy energy. And I could not explain it, and I did not know, but I knew I needed to get to a park with, the trees and beings that's been on this planet so many, many hundreds of years throughout my mother's and grandmother's and great-grandmother's time and great-great-grandmother's time and ancestors. And when I went out there, it did wonders. And as soon as I started to transmute that negative energy in my mind and in my spirit and in my soul, the sun peeked out and started to just shine. And it just went from a very gray, dark day into a very, to the sunshine. And it was just so beautiful and magical. And I just want to share that getting out in nature does work. Staying grounded does work. And I just want to wish all of the twins many, many, many blessings and love and finances and creating this heaven on earth for the entire planet. And until the next time, I just want to say peace, love, and blessings. Mwah. Mwah.